and she's saying, oh yes, you know what I'm talking about. She says, doesn't he not wear a great round beard like a glover's paring knife? And this is a glovemaker's paring knife.
Oh,
this is the one moment when I know what William Shakespeare is thinking about, because he's talking about that. He's talking about a man with a sort of full, close, round beard and a moustache. Is how I always see it. Rather like your good self, sir, actually. You can come again and stay all day. What a marvellous moment this is. And this is interesting, really, because it's William Shakespeare, but it's also the audience understand this. They're going to get it. They're going to see that because they see things being made. So if this isn't an obscure reference to them, it's just a daily thing that they see being used. So, you know, this is about William Shakespeare growing up in a working household.
Yes.
This business would, in many ways, have dominated their lives.
Yeah.
Because the other thing I should mention is that there was a working yard at the back.
Yes.
So not so beautiful in William Shakespeare's time. That's where they prepared the leather. And preparing leather was tanning leather was a nasty business, I have to say, particularly in the 16th century. They would soak it in animal and human urine. And then it gets worse. I'm not going on, you might have a cream tea or something later on, but so the works at the back. And what they have here going directly through the house is what they call the cross passage. Crossing the house, literally front to back. Wide enough to allow a small crossing to come off the street and go directly down to the yard. Always a lot going on. I don't mind working it out, but I'm not sure how I would have felt about it 450 years ago.
So this was his birthplace, so he was born here and raised here, and then lived with Anne Hathaway.
Yes, that's what, certainly, so he gets married when he's 18. The problem for the, thank you very much. The problem for the Shakespeares is that at the age of 18, William Shakespeare is not in any position to support his own family. I mean, he gets married in a bit of a hurry, I can tell you. And they wouldn't have been very pleased about this. Because, I mean, as an example, the apprentices who would have worked here for John Shakespeare, these boys would start at age 12 or 13-ish, but it took 7 years, so they're still here 2021. And the point is, you don't earn any money as an apprentice. You get trained and you live with the boss. So you get your board and lodging, but you're not making any money. So you've got to be kind of in your 20s before you can start effectively making a living. So that's why the men, as a general rule, would not get married until they were in their middle, even late 20s. I'm not saying there wasn't any romance, but certainly in terms of getting married, that was a no-no, really. So exactly as you mentioned, we think most likely just William Shakespeare and Anne Hathaway, and eventually their 3 children, would have to still been under his parents' roof. So I mean, it all works out fine in the end. You know, I don't want to.
It's a happy end.